We are very much in the business end of the Premier League season. There's officially only 2 weeks to go in which all teams will be playing out their remaining games. Some have two, there are a few that have three, but basically now is the time that you're going to be deciding how it is your season really manages to finish. Because again, if you're in a comfortable position, tapering off a little bit towards the season could be not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But if you're in a precarious position, whether it comes to a top 4 finish or even in the title race or in a relegation race, dropping points right now is among the worst things that can be done. And there are three teams, as we've constantly discussed, who were very much in the title race until recently. Liverpool mathematically still in it, but do seem very out at this point. And the good thing is that this particular weekend saw all three of those teams pick up all 3 points. It means that as things stand, really anything can happen going into this the last 2 game weeks of this particular season. How so? Well, take a look at the table. I mean, you've got Arsenal who have played 36 games, which means they only have 2 more, and they have 83 points. Liverpool have played the same number of games that are 5 points behind, which is why I say they are mathematically in it, but it seems realistically all but impossible. All Arsenal need to do is draw their next game to ensure that Liverpool are very much out of contention. Because again, even if they manage to get a draw, let's say, or even a win in their second last game, it won't matter. But City really are the team to watch out for the most because they've played a game less and there's only a gap of 1 point between them and Arsenal. What that means is if that City win their game in hand, they will leapfrog Arsenal regardless of the fact that Arsenal could go on and win their last 2 matches. That's just how close the margins are right now. And one of the reasons I've consistently reiterated over the past few weeks that City very much the title favourites is because of their favourable game run in. I mean, they've got 3 games left at this point in time. Their next game is against Fulham, which is an away fixture, but it won't really matter all that much whether they're playing Fulham home or away. Tottenham, I would have said, is a tough fixture, but they've experienced an awful drop-off in recent weeks. And then they've got a game against West Ham at home. So basically, they can navigate these first 2 fixtures just fine, get the wins. West Ham at home, basis what we've been seeing from them lately, will be a cakewalk for City and could very well ensure that they end up sealing the title. As for the other 2 teams, well, Arsenal have a tricky fixture against Manchester United, and I say tricky for a reason because you don't really know which Manchester United side are going to be showing up. But all Arsenal have to do is ensure that they win their 2 games to ensure that they've done whatever it is that was in their hands. They win these 2 games, then you have to hope that City end up slipping up at some point in time, because really as things stand, if Arsenal win their 2 games, but if City win these 3 games, then Arsenal are out of contention come what may, because they'll end up winning it by a gap of about 2 points. As for Liverpool, well, they also have a couple of tricky fixtures. I mean, Wolves you would not call a tricky fixture based on what Man City did to them in this particular game week. Aston Villa away, also a tricky fixture, but Aston Villa, another team whose form has dropped off significantly in this time period. So at this point, I still maintain what it is I've been saying for a while. It is that City are the favourites for the Premier League, despite what it is that Arsenal have managed to do. And again, I will give Arsenal credit and say they've pushed them much closer than they have last season when it comes, if you're comparing it to this year. But City, unfortunately, still have that edge that comes with being, let's say, a team that last season only were winning the treble. They have that winner's mentality, and Arsenal sadly don't quite have that yet, because whilst the team is excellent, they haven't quite been able to win anything yet. Whereas this side, the City side that is, have a bunch of experience when it comes to winning things. As for Liverpool, there was a lot of talk that this could be the perfect farewell for Jurgen Klopp. Seems increasingly unlikely that that's going to be the case, but hey, stranger things have happened in the Premier League. But what are your thoughts on the title race going into the last 2 game weeks? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports the Cap, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side though, it's goodbye.